This is my second summer living in this downtown condo, and I knew this was the time to tackle this outdoor balcony. I think a lot of people have very similar issues where they have a balcony that's a lot of concrete and a lot of glass, and not much character. I knew I wanted to have the space reflect our interiors, but also feel like more of a city urban garden. This slate floor really inspired the rest of the color tones in the space. I really love the kind of gray-blue hue that it casts. The floor was installed quite simply. I laid down concrete board and then adhered the tiles directly to the concrete board. It's semi-permanent, so it can be taken away without harming the building's structure. Next, I focused on disguising the frosted glass paneling that divides my balcony from the neighbors. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, but I needed something that still let in a lot of light. I chose this great, inexpensive trellis that's a bit more modern because it's a square shape instead of a traditional diamond. I then painted it out in an all-time favorite color, Hague blue. It looks gorgeous outside, and again, works beautifully with the slate tile. The biggest transformation in this space has got to be the ceiling. I love how this awning turned out and how it really disguises the concrete ceiling, which was really hard and mundane looking. It was quite easy to make and is made of some umbrella fabric, which means it'll last a lifetime. The awning is technically faux, which means it doesn't open and close. It's kind of like a large sheet with two rods that give it structure, and then it's hung by 4 hooks in each corner. The look is great. For the furniture in this space, I knew I couldn't fit in a lot, so I had to make every piece count. For the table, I already had the marble top, which I loved and I knew I wanted to use because it elevates the space. I then found this inexpensive outdoor IKEA table, which works perfectly as a base. We knew we needed a bar in this space, but it was a matter of finding one that was the right size. There wasn't a lot of room left. I found this piece from IKEA as well. It's technically for a bathroom and came in a polished chrome. I sprayed it out in a matte black that looks great with the other furniture in the space, and it's the perfect amount of storage for bottles, glassware, and extra ice. It's no secret that I do not have a green thumb. I've tried to plant plants before, and they often end up dead halfway through the summer. I chose ones that were really hardy and had a lot of impact right out of the gate. These cedars were only $20 each, and their height and scale might seem a little big for a space this size, but the reality of it is it adds an instant hit of green that will last all year long. The concrete urn is basically the piece de resistance in my opinion. It was a bit of a splurge, but really is the focal point in this space and looks brilliant against the dark blue trellis. I then added a simple plant and a mirror painted out in the same color as the trellis. This combination is refined yet simple and really exemplifies the city garden. This balcony started as a really mundane space, typical to most condos. To be honest, I was actually quite embarrassed as to how undecorated it was. Now, it's an extension of our living space, and when inside, looking out, it's like a little courtyard up in the sky.